Hello, part 3. Obviously, the last video. Good news is to await, is to be expected. Here you are, part 3. If you haven't seen part 1 or part 2, go ahead and check those out because this video is gonna jump right into the ending of part 2. So let's go.
I'm in the fair and I know this isn't like my genuine reaction, but like it was go after that, so I didn't have time. I don't feel emotional. I don't feel like crying, which is weird, but
Today is the 27th of August. I did not get a chance to sit down and just reflect on the day when I got my license, how it went. The day of I make my way over, so I had like a roughly an hour like practice prepare lesson before my test. My test was at 3 and so my lesson was at 2 o'clock. During that lesson, there were like a couple things that I like slightly messed up on, but like not majorly. Here's the street, yeah, right? If you're here, green light is flashing to you and you want to turn left. If the incoming traffic is clear, you can turn left. I waited for a car to go. My like driving teacher was like, Kristine, you had so much time to go, you could have gone, why did you wait? That kind of stuck with me a little bit. Like I just felt really not great. Like I literally, I didn't tear up, but like, well, no. I like got watery eyed. It like irritated me so much. But after that, went into the like driving licensing office, signed in, went to the waiting room, and during that time like I really just had to calm down, take my deep breaths, and basically my driving instructor was just like, you need to have more confidence in yourself, trust yourself. That was literally the one thing that they just kept on repeating. So then there were like 2 people before me, and so their test person comes out really happy, really jolly. Next person, really happy, really jolly. Mine comes out and she looks like she hasn't been having the best of days. Very blunt, straightforward, get in the car, already have an issue. For some odd reason, the car doesn't start. I put the key in and I twist it, but it doesn't like turn on. It's like stuck in there, or it's like, it just doesn't like twist. For like a couple solid seconds, finally she was like, wiggled the wheel a little bit. So I did it, it worked, great stuff, but I was like, I'm so sorry, that's so awkward. Like, I can't even turn on the car. I like love that so much. The reason why I didn't get it the first time to jog your memory is because I hit the curb. I didn't just hit the curb, I went up onto the curb while I was parallel parking. This time she asked me to parallel park, and I noticed that like when I was doing it, I got too close to the curb again. I was like, God, this is not happening again. I'm better than this. This is why I get like, this is, you know, test number 2. I gotta, like, this is really it. I adjusted it once, wasn't enough. I did it again. It was good. I took my time, took my breaths. It was fine. Tests usually go for about 45 minutes. That's how much they say. So I was driving. Everything else was honestly like pretty fine. I noticed that we were driving up to the driver's licensing office. I feel like I've been driving for less than 30 minutes. And that really scared me because sometimes if you make like a major mistake, they will cut your test short. When I turn off the car, I don't know how I did. because A, I thought it went well. I didn't think I made any major mistakes. But B, it ended so early that I thought I made another like immediate fail mistake type of situation, and I was scared. I turned off the car. She's like, okay, you're done. You passed. Yo, I was like, thank you so much. So I get out of the car, she goes back into the office. I see my mom first. She asks if I pass. I say yes, and literally, she gives out like the biggest thank you God with the most amount of relief there could possibly be in that sentence. Then my driving teacher comes out and he's like, how did you do? I passed, high fives all around. And me just like standing in the parking lot, just like, I was just so happy that it was behind me. I was so happy that I got it. It meant so much to me. I go into the office, the tester that I had calls me up right away. Really quick processes. I do my payment, take my picture, sign the card, whatever. It was all very, 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 very quick. It's almost been a week, and the next stage is to get me a car. Let's get this in the frame. Girl can drive, she has her end. I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, I had the idea, take my test, get my license, easy peasy stuff. But I feel like this situation in my life really truly showed me that life gets in the way a lot of the time. When I finally just took my breath to be like, yeah, I freaking passed, I got it. Excitement just like went through me right away. Like very little emotional tears. I think I had no tears left to cry at that point. I was just so happy and excited. I've been editing this whole thing and I realized that I left a couple of things out. More like statistic stuff. How I did it. How I got how I got my license. I have friends that have learned from the parents and I have friends that learn through lessons. So I didn't have a car and so I had to take lessons. But in the beginning of it all, I took lessons from friends that could teach me legally. But this is the thing that I realized. Yes, it is very nice to learn from a friend because you're comfortable at least and you can take correction and whatnot. Teachers have techniques to do things that make things so simple, so straightforward that, you know, your friend or the daily driver doesn't even think about anymore because they have their own techniques, they have their ways that they like to drive. Always take lessons from an instructor. I'm saying this for two different things. Either A, learn how to drive through an instructor, you take all the lessons, whatever, or if you have learned from a family member, a friend, whatever, take 2 to 3, maybe more like 1 to 2 lessons from a driving instructor so then they can further like correct you or make things easier or just recommend things. Now, the amount of hours that I had in a car, I can sit here and tell you that I can literally calculate the amount of time that I sat in the driver's seat and was driving the car. I'm gonna say 6 with my friends, and so that's gonna be timed by 60 because an hour. And then I probably took lessons from one instructor. The first go at it, I probably took around 8 lessons and those were an hour and a half. Then took 1 hour lessons and I had 3. When I add all that together, I have probably driven about 21 hours. For my first time going at it, I practiced for around 18 hours and then I had 3 more lessons. Thank y'all for going on this journey with me. I thoroughly appreciate your support so much. I would love if you join the time. Have a time with the time. I don't know, because it's time, y'all. So just join the time. You know what to do. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I will see you in a little bit. See you in a little bit.